Hello, Internet! Today is the day the whole world has been waiting for, or at least maybe a handful of you anyway. I've got my hands on a capture card, so a big thank you to Duncan Knee Deep, who is lending me this capture card. I don't own this, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll get some good use out of it. And, you know, we're sitting here, we've, got Mr. Man standing there as well. I think it's time to finally do some good quality battle spot. How about that? So, let's press the button. Let's get into this battle spot. That's the thing. Because this is a different DS, the rating has reset, or it will have done anyway. So I'll be back to neutral 1500. This is obviously the first episode on battle spot as well, so if there are any problems with the sound or the viewing thing with your eyes, the picture, then let me know in the comments and we'll see what we can do about it. Yeah, that's okay. I did like 2 battles on the current battle spot season, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the team that I used at the Manchester mid-season showdown a few days ago. I came top 4 in that tournament, so I finally got, I'm in the race now, finally, for championship points. I've actually got something. Still a small amount, but still got something at least. But, we're, gonna... How scary is this? We're gonna get into our first game on proper battle spot. Look at this. It's all shiny and all proper quality and everything. So, we've got an obvious, kind of trick room team here with, Azernius. The Licky as well, which I'm appreciating. Oh, this is really distracting. How can I concentrate on this with like all the shiny things on the screen as well? Hopefully you can hear me, because obviously I can't hold the microphone anymore, so I've got that propped up inside of like a slipper thing with an owl wedged in there, so hopefully you can hear me. But what we're going to do here then, so obviously this is my gravity team. I have been using this quite a bit recently, so you might have played me on Showdown. A guy called Tom, who top cut the Island Regional, has been using it as well, so maybe you played him too. But how are we going to go about this? I think it's pretty safe to go with Sableye, Gengar and Whimsicott Groudon. Maybe the Licky could cause some problems, because with Rayquaza teams I can just knock them out with the Kyurem, but Licky is going to actually stick around here and potentially cause some problems for my Groudon. But I don't know, let's see how we can try and play this game. Yeah, make sure that's off. This team does have some holes in it as well, so it's not going to be perfect, but we can see what happens. Or Gengar and Sableye sitting there in brilliant quality. So, is led Kangaskhan here against a team that I think is pretty well known here. So I'm thinking this Kangaskhan has got Scrappy. He's probably going to fake out... I don't know, he could fake out either, but it doesn't really bother me which one, because I think he's just going to Trick Room here. So I'm going to try and get the gravity up, and if he fake outs my Sableye, then at least I've got a 60% chance of putting the Kangaskhan to sleep, actually. And if he doesn't, then I'm putting that slot to sleep. Maybe he's going to go for a Sucker Punch, I don't know, if he Mega Evolves. But Jellicent can have Magic Coat. I have seen it before, so I'm not going to mess around with it. I'm just going to, try and put the Kangaskhan to sleep, basically. So, okay, so he is Scrappy, and he is using Fake Out onto the Gengar. Okay, I don't mind that too much. So he should be getting Trick Room up here. And a Scrappy Double Edge shouldn't knock out my... Oh, it's just a Shadow Ball. Okay. Well, I don't mind that, really. Even if Gengar goes down there, I don't mind that too much. Because I can now bring in my Whimsicott. And what I can do now is not worry about this Jellicent too much. I'm going to bring Groudon in and put the Kangaskhan to sleep. Let's see how this turns out. So basically, what I do with this team is just set up Gravity and get into a position where my Groudon could just sweep through the team. And hopefully that's what I'm setting myself up here. Even if the Jellicent goes for a Trick Room here, I'm not too worried because the Kangaskhan should be asleep, and anything he brings in should go to sleep as well. The Jellicent can't really do too much damage to the Groudon either, unless he does switch in the Licky Licky. So 91% accurate, Grass Whistle there. Maybe he's going to go for a Trick Room. I'm kind of expecting a Trick Room. No, just another Shadow Ball, which I don't mind, really. So we are playing with some rolls here. And we don't know if this Jellicent has Lumberry or not. But I'm going to go for a Swords Dance and just try and... I could try and put the Jellicent to sleep. The question is, does it have a Lumberry or does it have a Mental Herb? Because if I think it's got a Mental Herb, then I can just put it to sleep. But if I think it's got a Lumberry, then I can Encore it into a really harmless Shadow Ball. I mean, I say harmless. Looking at that, it might not knock out Whimsicott. As long as it gets the same roll. But I'm just a little bit worried of like a Scald and a Licky Licky switch in. I think I'm just going to go Grass Whistle on the Jellicent now. Oh, okay, so he switches that out. Maybe something with Intimidate. Did he have anything? Oh no, just a Xerneas. Okay. So the Kangaskhan can wake up here. If it does wake up, it will probably knock out the Whimsicott, but I don't mind that too much. But here we go, we can see the Groudon setting up here. The Kangaskhan, what did Kangaskhan do its last turn? I can't even remember. My concentration is impaired here. So it used Fake Out as I set up Gravity, and he knocked out the thingy. And then I just put it to sleep straight away. So, okay, so excellent. I can just go for a Precipice Blade here and go for an Encore onto the Kangaskhan. If it does wake up here, then it's just going to be Encored into Fake Out, basically. So, as you can see, I'm setting my Groudon up for the sweep, and hopefully this will knock both of his Pokemon out, and I will still have Gravity to threaten with the Grass Whistle in the forthcoming turns. Precipice Blades cannot miss in Gravity, which is fantastic. If it's a particularly bulky Xerneas, then it might survive. Ooh, the Kangaskhan survives, which is actually nice, because it means that it is trapped in with Fake Out, which is, you know, fantastic for me. Oh, it's Licky Licky. Okay, so he didn't bring his Kyogre here, which is, I suppose, questionable. I'm not too sure what this Licky Licky is going to do. It doesn't have Sap Sipper, does it? No, I'm a little bit wary about that. Little pink blobs with Sap Sipper. I'm sure there's something that does. No, I just have Cloud9, won't it, obviously. Silly Barry. So I'm just going to Precipice Blades, and, I mean, it's not going to be scarfed with Surf or anything, is it? I mean, I'm thinking I could just Moonblast it, but I'll Grass Whistle it. I think that's probably the safer option. I was thinking a Moonblast and Precipice Blades will just guarantee the knockout on the Licky Licky, but I don't know it. Yeah, so Kangaskhan's trapped into Fake Out. Grass Whistle does hit, and Precipice Blades should knock both of his Pokemon out. Gravity will be ending soon. Okay, so yeah, it just knock it out. So you can see in the first couple of turns, I did take a knockout early, or he took a knockout onto my Gengar early. Yeah, Gravity ends here. But that didn't bother me too much, just because I knew that if I set up my Groudon in Gravity with a Whimsicott next to it, then they normally have a very tough time. Just to play this, well, there's nothing that you can do really, is there? So, just going to, for the sake of time, just going to Precipice Blades, and I might as well bring Sableye back in, but, you know, even if I mess, yeah, then, you know, you can't really do anything to me, so, well, hey, Game 1 on BattleSpot, on, the new capture card device here, went fairly well, so let's jump into another game, see how we go. So let's continue battling. Wonder how high I'll get. I was using this on the last season of BattleSpot, and I did, I don't know, about 50 games or something, which is quite a lot actually for me. I don't normally do that much on BattleSpot. Hopefully I will do now. But I did about 50 last season, and I got, I think, like to 1,830 odd. I think that's where I got. So I don't know. We'll see how high we can get this time. Hopefully quite high. As we play another opponent who is just starting off at 1,500. So this sort of opponent, you never really know if they're any good, or like, you know, they could be the next world champion just starting off, you know, their battle spot season. So you don't really know. Weavile is a little bit nasty for this team, I have to say. Talonflame can be a little bit nasty to this team as well, so I am a little bit wary about this, but maybe I shouldn't be because he hasn't got any restricted Pokemon. I like how it takes me like a moment to realise that. So how can I not throw this game away? Let's see. I'm going to go with Sableye Gengar again, I think. Or should I go with Kyurem? See, the thing with leading Kyurem is it's just an easy fake out for him. I suppose I could bring in Groudon if I'm predicting like a fake out Iron Head or something like that. So let's, just for the sake of a little bit of variety, let's go with Kyurem. I do want Groudon, I do want Whimsicott here, so let's go in with these and see what happens. So, here we go. Battle spot battle number 2. Yeah, I do hope that I'm a bit further away from the microphone as normal when I'm like holding it with my hand, so I hope you can still hear me. Okay, so we've got Weavile and Swampert. Swampert maybe could have Wide Guard. Will he expect a Blizzard coming his way? I don't know. But I'm just going to go for a Gravity. And I am just going to go for a Blizzard. Really simple moves. If he goes for a Wide Guard, he goes for a Wide Guard. If he doesn't and he goes for a Fake Out, then, you know, so what? I get my Gravity. The most important thing here is eventually I will get an attack off and I will break that Weavile's Focus Sash. If he's got Low Kick and a Life Orb, then maybe Kyurem could be in a bit of trouble, but no. Getting Gravity. Swampert doesn't even Mega Evolve. I suppose maybe he's saving that for his thingy in the back, the Mawile, and the Nerf Power. Okay, so because I didn't do any move, I can switch my move. I don't have to Gravity here. So I do have that fire move, the Fusion Flare. Could target that on Weavile, but you're never really in a brilliant position when you're sort of stuck into like a kind of useless move like that. But, I mean, really, I'm not that threatened here. So, just so that we can see the animation, I'm going to go for a Feint and a Fusion Flare. It's not every day you get to see a Fusion Flare. But here you go. Here's a battle spot treat for you. In wonderful, hopefully nice quality glory. So, yeah, I came fourth in the Manchester Mid-Season Showdown. First ever UK Mid-Season Showdown. So, it's alright, I suppose. The guy that I lost to in the top 4, I did beat in Swiss, so that was slightly frustrating. I did get pretty unlucky in game 1 of the game, but you know, what can you do? I was happy with the top 4 really. And well, hey, look at that! That's a that Dragon Ball Z move, isn't it? The Solar Spirit Bomb. Yeah, looks a bit like that. Swampert protects there. Not too sure why. Maybe he was hoping that he could low kick my Kyurem and knock it out. It does mean that Kyurem is locked into, you know, a pretty shoddy move there. So you know, it was just for the animation really. I'm hopefully going to stop this Crobat going for any sort of Tailwind, and I'm just going to bring the Whimsicott in because Kyurem is a little bit useless here. I don't want to bring Groudon in on an Earth Power. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. Crobat, I think Lumberry is the best item for Crobat really, but some people do use Mental Herb on it. Well, you know, some people use Mental Herb on, say, the dog thing. Smeargle, that's it. And, you know, it works out for him sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But as long as he doesn't get the Tailwind up here, then we should be alright. Groudon is naturally faster than Swampert too. If my Whimsicott loses its Focus Sash here, which it probably will do, then okay, so he's just maybe predicting a switch out. I'm not too sure what's happening. Maybe I'm just sort of you know what I mean, worrying about this too much. So he's taunted, he can't quick guard now. And I should be able to just put the Swampert to sleep. If he is going to Super Fang anything, then it should be the Whimsicott, because the Sableye is the ghost. So Kyurem should be safe from a Super Fang here. Again, I don't really mind Whimsicott losing its Focus Sash too much. And my Grass Whistle hits. 91% accurate in Gravity. And it's not Lumberry. Yeah, okay. So we just go for the Super Fang into the Whimsicott, which is fine. But now, I'm pretty safe to basically just spam Blizzard. Blizzard and could bring Groudon in, but don't really want to. I'm just going to go for a Moonblast onto the Swampert, I think. You never know, a combination of Blizzard and Moonblast. Might. I suppose depending on the spreads. If it was like a full-out offensive Swampert, it might knock it out, but this should survive. Yeah, it does just. And it stayed asleep. And Gravity ends, so I suppose I should have brought Sableye in there, but apologies, I'm not really paying too much attention to this game. Which maybe I should do. Naughty Barry. I don't want to lose to a team with no restricted Pokemon. But yeah, I'm not that worried, to be honest. I suppose I don't want to bring Sableye into the Kyurem slot because he could just be going for a play rough there. A Sucker Punch isn't going to knock out the Whimsicott, so I could be free to just go for a Moonblast onto the Swampert and bring the Groudon in, I suppose. Don't really want to sit in here spamming Blizzard while Gravity is ended. But Kyurem coming back allows me to swap up my move again. If the Mawile does become a problem, if somehow my Groudon gets knocked out, then I do have the option of Fusion Flaring it in the future too. But here we go, all these animations. Do you still enjoy watching it? Must have seen these animations millions of times. And good old Mawile. Okay, so Swampert wakes up, goes for a Protect. Okay, so he could be Iron-heading the Whimsicott here. In which case, that would kind of work out nicely for me because it would bring in... Okay, that wouldn't have really done too much damage. It would have given me a chance to bring in my Sableye and go for Gravity again, because then I could Gravity, Precious Blades all over his team. If he does have Wide Guard, I've got Feint for that too. So it would have been nice if Whimsicott had gone down there, but you know, you can't have everything. What I'm going to do is actually just Protect with my Groudon here and Moonblast the Swampert again, just in case he does get like I don't know, Sucker Punch critical hit on my Whimsicott and I don't knock the Swampert out and he gets a massive critical hit on my Groudon with Earth Power or something like that. This Groudon doesn't really have much bulk in it. It's got a little bit, but not much. I could Encore the Swampert here too, but I don't really want to waste any time faffing around with that because you know, we're already at 18 minutes, so... Oh, he does have Wide Guard. Ooh. So, yeah, that's nice to see, actually. Yeah, good job I didn't just sort of Precious Blades into that. So it was always a, you know, possibility, but at this point I was just thinking that this was like an in-game sort of team. With a competitive edge, I suppose. I don't know. But now I can just bring Sableye back in, and basically... set up Gravity and sweep through the Mawile, really. I mean, he can't do anything to stop this. So I'm just going to go for a Gravity just so that it is a 100% accurate Precipice Blade. He cannot one-shot me with anything. And so I think this is about, you know, okay, so he does Sucker Punch, which shouldn't do that much. Yeah. I think this is, you know, about time for us to conclude our first ever session of Battle Spot. Well, I've done Battle Spot live before, but this is Capture Card Battle Spot live. This is big time Barry Battle Spot live. This is, you know, good quality Battle Spot live. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Please, you know, share the hell out of this. Let everyone know that I've got this capture card, and I will be doing some nice battles like this on YouTube for you to watch. So Please share, please like it, you know, send it to all your friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please, you know, like it, share it, do everything like you would normally do. So thank you very much, everyone. And goodbye for now. Thank you.